Hi Leo, it is Kay, your spiritual witch, your astrologer, numerologist, and all-round spiritual witch and friend. So I'm here to bring you a quick horoscope for the month of June for what I see for this particular sun sign. This is what I've picked up. I can't speak for what other astrologers may find. This is basically based on what I see for you. So this month we're going to have a full moon in Sagittarius. It's going to happen on the 14th of June around 11:51 a.m. GMT. So this is my local time. You can convert it to your time. It might be on the 15th or it could be on the 14th. Now this is going to impact for you. If you look at the chart, this is the chart for the day of the actual full moon. But for you, where it's going to fall is in your fourth house. So if we see the sun up here circled by where I've got number 1 in Gemini, 23 degrees Gemini, and below that you've got the moon circled in yellow at 23 degrees in Sagittarius. So this is what's going to make up the full moon when the two planets are opposite each other. The moon is going to fall in your fourth house as it is on the day of the actual full moon itself. So this is really, really cool. So your private life, the recent past, your mother figure, the foundations in your life, there could be some really positive energy around this because there isn't anything too negative going on around the full moon in terms of what the other planets are doing. You could be faced with some decision making because full moons do bring decision making as well. So this could be an area of life that you might need to look at and make some decisions. As we start the month, a really good thing is that the sun is actually going to be in Gemini still. So your friendships, your co-workers, your networks and your hopes and dreams, basically your 11th house of life, this is where the sun is going to be for you. And the sun is about, health, growth, vitality. So you could experience some positive energy here as well with the sun blessing this area of life. It's also a good time as we start the month. The beginning of the month of June could be a good time to be really social for you as well, because the sun is blessing your area of life that deals with other people. People that we network with, people that we socialize with, people that we basically experience life with. So it could be a good time to get out and about and enjoy yourself. One thing to be mindful of this month around the full moon is that we're going to have Neptune, the planet of hopes, dreams, and sometimes what can cause us to be a little bit unrealistic and delusional as well. This is the pink planet circled in the black circle. He is going to form a square during the full moon around that time with the sun and the moon. So for you, this is going to impact on your 4th and your 11th houses. So a square, when planets do this, it basically causes some kind of frustrations or annoyances. So be mindful of this around the full moon. You may need to deal with something, or you may have something crop up that is to do with your home life, your private life, your mother figure, the recent past, or maybe even something at work with your networks, your co-workers, or even your friendships, okay? So you might find some slight annoyances with those areas or people in your life just as we come up to the full moon. But generally speaking, it's a pretty positive full moon, and these are the areas that it's going to impact for you. So by the time we get to the new moon, which is at the end of the month, it's going to be around the 29th, 2:53 a.m. GMT, my local time. You can convert that to your own time. This is going to be a Cancer new moon. So new moons bring new energies and fresh starts. So we can see on the chart here for the day, we've got the sun and the moon circled in black. They are both in the sign of Cancer. Now where this is going to actually fall for you, for a Leo, will be around your 12th house, which is interesting because this is the house of any large organizations that we deal with, like law enforcement, hospitals. It's also the house of our own mental well-being. It's the spiritual realm, and it is the house where sometimes hidden enemies can crop up. And by this I mean people who, we think they are our friend, or we think that they're, working with us, but really they're not. They're a little bit of a hidden enemy. So this is a new moon, which is good. So all those areas of your life could be blessed with new energy. If there is anybody who's been, you've had some conflict with, or you found out that maybe they weren't as genuine as you thought that they were, there could be some new energy surrounding that, and things could come to light, and you might be able to move forward and progress from this. The other good thing about having a new moon around this area of life, the 12th house, is that this is the house where we can sometimes set ourselves back, or where we feel like we are being held back in life, the 12th house. So if you are someone who's been feeling held back or set back in a certain way, the new moon in Cancer could really open up a new energy for you, and maybe this could be released. Now, Cancer's energy is about care, nurture, intuition. It's a really soft feminine energy as well, so you could move through any setbacks that you've been feeling around the new moon towards the end of the month as we close out the month of June, which is great. Now, the sun will be in Cancer at this point as well, so the sun will still be here in this part of your life, blessing it, the large organizations that you deal with, your mental health and well-being, any hidden enemies that you've got, and anywhere that you are feeling set back yourself. So this is positive energy around this area of life, which is good. We've also got more positive energy because around this time you're going to have the planet Mars, which is the planet which is circled by number 2, the red planet. He's going to be in Aries, and this is the planet that gets things done, and he is under his own sign as well, Aries, which is great. So you could feel a real kick of motivation, drive, energy, or will to get things done. So he is going to be there, and he's going to be forming a sextile, which is like slight positive energy. It's good energy, slight positive energy, and easing of things with both Saturn and Pluto, which are circled in yellow again, which you can see in houses 10 and 9. So we've got Saturn under Aquarius, we've got Pluto under the sign of Capricorn. Now for you, this is going to fall in your 6th and 7th houses. So this is your ability to earn money. This is any services that you provide. This is your day-to-day routine, and this is your general physical health. Also your relationships, your partnerships, your marriage, business deals, or any serious commitments that you have in life. So these are good areas to really look at with this kick of motivation that's supporting you as a Leo sun sign around the end of the month. So getting really motivated with how you can earn more money or how you can generate more money, getting really motivated about any business deals that you've got or that you're thinking of doing, and any partnerships or relationships that you're in that are serious and committed. This could be a really good time to put some additional energy into this if you are a Leo sun sign, because Mars is really supporting you with those areas of your life as well. So it's all good. So we've got a really nice new moon, really positive new moon, bringing in new energy, and also some positive energy, motivation and drive for Mars, supporting you in other key areas of your life, which is great. So before we close out, some key things that are happening throughout the month which impact us all, but how they will impact on the Leo sun sign is that Mercury will finally turn direct on the 3rd of June. So right at the beginning of the month, we've been through retrograde, and now things are kicking back. We're saying yes, we can move forward, we can get to grips with things, and this is going to be happening in your 9th house. So this is going to be your house of travel, long distance travel, your house of higher education if you're someone who is studying, your house of spirituality as well, and how you see the world and your own views on the world. So you could have a real change of heart about something around this time. You could be going into higher education, or it could be a good time to look at higher education, because Mercury, the planet of education, is actually now turning direct, which is good. It's in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is about stability and the long term and the future as well. So it could be a good indication to look at your long-term future around these areas of life. We've then got Saturn, which is going to retrograde and go back. So when planets retrograde, they always pull us back to something or to an area of life. Now for you, from the 5th of June, when Saturn reaches 25 degrees of Aquarius, this is going to start in your 7th house. So this is going to be your relationships, your partnerships, your business, your committed things as well. Now, although you had really positive energy, if we go back around this area of life with Mars and that sextile that he's forming with Pluto, do be mindful that Saturn is actually calling you back to something specific in that area of your life. So if you're someone who, this is a house of legalities as well, I should say. If you're someone who's about to sign any contracts, if you're someone who's about to enter into any kind of long-term commitment, no matter what it is, a lease on a flat, if you're, or an apartment, you know, if you're moving, I don't know, a business deal, do double check everything, because Saturn is that planet that can put obstacles in our way, you know, and he can bring some challenges as well. So he is calling you back to double check everything there, even though Mars is bringing positive energy. Now finally, we've got Neptune, which is going to retrograde as well. So again, Neptune is going to be calling you back to something in your 8th house. Neptune is that planet of you could say hopes, dreams, desires, but he also is a planet that can sometimes make us not be so realistic about things, be a little bit delusional. But when he retrogrades, he often gives us a reality check, which is something he doesn't always do when he's moving direct. When he's calling you back, that's when we can all get a reality check. Now for you, for the Leo sign, this is going to be around your 8th house, which is interesting because the 8th house is the house of what we share, you know, our shared areas of life. So this is things like shared finances, like debts, taxes, property that you share, anything that we share in life that is not particularly just fully ours. You know, we share it with other people, like your time, sexual desires, you name it. This is the house of transformation as well, and it's also the house of divorce. So Neptune is basically calling you back to these areas of your life, you know, these areas, particularly your finances, your taxes, your debts, and so forth. And he's asking you to, well, he's giving you a reality check in this area. It's under the sign of Pisces as well, which is good because Neptune aligns with Pisces. But what Pisces can bring is that big dreamer energy as well. But with him in retrograde, this is about being realistic. So do check into those areas of your life. Check your, you know, anything that you owe, any bills that you've got to pay, and basically maybe get your finances in order. This could be a good time as we close out the month of June. So that's what I see for you, Leo. So blessed be, Leo. Have a wonderful month of June. Like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know how it resonates, and I will catch you in the next video that goes up.